Alright, it's just this one more random video idea before I get into the park rankings and eventually my top 25. With only one ride on these coasters, their placements in my overall ranking might not be too secure, but it would be fun regardless. With a lot of these rides, I had to ride other rides at the same park without much of a chance to get back to them. Anyways, it's time to get into the ranking. In 15th place is The Dark Knight at Six Flags Great America. As far as the forces go, this is just an average Wild Mouse, but the darkness and theming make this ride stand out above the other Wild Mouse coasters I've ridden. It just gets drowned out in the rest of the park. Taking 14th place is Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain at Indiana Beach. This ride doesn't need stats to prove its worth. It may be small, but the forces are very surprising. I was expecting the crazy laterals going in, and they were great, but what really surprised me was the level of airtime this ride has. I was tossed out of my seat several times. It did die down towards the end, but it didn't undermine all of the great moments. Taking the 13th spot is Flash Vertical Velocity at Six Flags Great America. This ride has punchy launches for magnetic ones. It has decent positives pulling up into the spikes. The laterals and the twisted front spike were fun, and I like the floater airtime on the back spike. I just wish this ride operated with the holding brake. I've been quite spoiled with Steel Venom operating with it. In the 12th spot is Wolverine Wildcat at Michigan's Adventure. This ride is the most underrated roller coaster I've ever ridden. Some of the smaller hills actually gave some airtime, and a couple of those turnarounds had some decent laterals. The larger airtime hills didn't do anything, and the multiple track types were quite jarring, but this is still a priority ride for whenever I come back to Michigan's Adventure. In 11th place is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket at Universal Studios Florida. For a controversial ride, I actually enjoyed this one. The positives and airtime were pretty strong at times. When I rode it, the sound quality was pretty good. It was 2022, by the way. The brake runs were repetitive, and there were some forceless elements, but I'm also able to remember the good moments. On a side note, it's funny how my ride on this thing will forever be my only ride on it. Taking 10th place is Rougarou at Cedar Point. This is just a solid ride. There are no special tricks with this ride. It didn't try to rip my face off, but I didn't sleep on it either. There are some fun and forceful elements on this ride, like the inclined loop. It may be my least favorite B&M, but it still is quite enjoyable. Taking the 9th spot is Thunderhawk at Michigan's Adventure. This ride defies the odds typical SLCs face. This ride happens to be smooth with whippy inversions. The jolts I've experienced on Mindy Racer at Elitch Gardens and Napuko at Lost Island are not present on this ride. It's definitely up there with some B&M inverts. In the 8th spot is Viper at Six Flags Great America. This ride may have the familiar style of those turnarounds followed by some airtime moments, but those airtime moments and laterals are generally pretty good. Some are kind of lame, but there are also gems of moments like the drop after the second turnaround. For a ride that's pretty tucked away, it definitely gets the attention it deserves. In 7th place is Valraven at Cedar Point. In short, this ride gets too much hate. I love the vertical drops. I felt like I was flying for seconds at a time. Surprisingly, I wasn't bothered by the restraints at all, so that certainly helped. The inversions also flowed super well and had decent hang time. Even the airtime hills at the end gave me some airtime. If only this ride wasn't at Cedar Point, getting overshadowed by some of the other coasters, it would get much more love. Taking 6th place is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. This ride appeals to me in every way. It's a very thrilling coaster for families with some decent spinning and the backwards launch. It also features some of my favorite characters from the MCU. It has a fun story that would honestly make for a good movie or special. This ride is my pick for what Disney coasters should be like. Taking the 5th spot is Gatekeeper at Cedar Point. This ride is nearly perfect for a wing coaster. It has iconic near-miss inversions and is really photogenic. It has surprising forces from familiar and unique elements. I wasn't expecting to get airtime from that camelback, but I did. Really, the only downside is that there should have been a better finale. In the fourth spot is Magnum XL200 at Cedar Point. This ride has the rawest form of fun for a roller coaster. The only downside with this ride is that the first airtime hill didn't give any airtime. I didn't get any airtime from the first drop, but I was sitting in the magic seat. Because I was sitting in the magic seat, the airtime in the finale was so strong, I thought my thighs were going to bruise. It's like the Minecraft movie. It's stupid, but it's stupid fun. In third place is Raptor at Cedar Point. This ride has really strong moments of forces. All of the inversions aside from the loop have incredibly snappy moments, and almost every major element has really strong positives. There is a lot of filler track on this ride, but I can get over that with the variety and strength the main elements have. This ride may be a background coaster at Cedar Point, but it's a really good one. Taking the silver medal for this video is Maverick at Cedar Point. It's the same case with this ride. This time, all of the major elements provide amazing forces, and the moments are even better. The airtime pops are insanely strong, and the S-bends, which would be forgettable on other rides, are highlights on this ride. Honestly, the most forgettable moments on this ride are the inversions. They're really good as well, but they're in the shadows of the elements such as the drop, second launch, stangle dives, camelback, etc. Taking the gold medal for this list is Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City. In my vlog, I did say I would get another ride before leaving, but it was down when I got there, and I didn't mention it in the video for some reason. Anyways, this ride is only filled with some of the best elements on any wooden coaster out there. Almost all of the airtime moments have an accompanying force. The inversions aren't too snappy, but they have great hang time. I didn't even find it to be rough or be a short ride. There's nothing bad I can say about this ride, and that's why it's my favorite wooden coaster. That will conclude it for this video. I was inspired by an Airtime Thrills video to make this one, and I think it worked out well. That's all I have to say. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.